Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about this plugin here for DaVinci Resolve. Okay, so some issues that I encountered while I was installing it. I just spent so many hours trying to get this to work. My first mistake was that this plugin only works on DaVinci Resolve version 20, and I was trying to install it on my mini PC, but on Resolve 19. So I was getting these errors. Anytime I would put my cursor over any of these um, presets, I will get an error. See? Anyway, come to realize that the whole problem was that I was installing it in the wrong version of DaVinci. All right. So version compatibility needs clarification, definitely. So I spent about 20 to 30 minutes trying to figure out how to run it there, but all right, I already said that. Another thing is that on the video that is online by Sh4rk, it's a really quick video. It doesn't really give a lot of details on how to install it or how does it go for the free version versus the pay version. So it was a little bit confusing because in the pay version, you don't need to drag a fusion composition. All you have to do is just drag a preset after you have dragged the audio to the timeline. But because he does it so fast in the video, I was a little confused. So I've only tried the pay version, so I cannot speak for the free version. But the pay version is a lot easier because I'll show you in a little later all of that process. For now, these are the things that I'm not complaining, but that they need to be addressed a little bit. Managing presets. Yeah. So you could read whatever I typed in there. Installing the Lua into Fusion takes a little long. I mean, it doesn't pop up right away. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't take a long time, but it just doesn't pop up right away after you drag the Lua file there. So I thought that something was wrong because I didn't see nothing happening. But after a couple of seconds, it popped up and it, it started installing. This is what comes in the full version. Inside here, you find the Lua installer, right? If you want to do it manually, then you will put this on that path that I just show you there on my notes. If you're working on Mac, is what I'm saying. So if you wanna make note of that, fine. But it's so easy to install it using this Lua file. You just drag it inside Fusion. Let's see. See, on this computer, I have version 19 and 20, and that's another thing. I didn't want to install the Python thing. That's why I tried it on my Windows computer. But what I ended up doing was using the converter in the Windows, converting the image and then dragging the image into my Mac, and then using that image to produce the graphics. All right, so it doesn't matter. You go to the Fusion page. The instructions tells you clear that you need to at least have one note there. All right, so then you come and you take the Lua and you bring it into Fusion. Just drop it there. If you want to make sure that is installed, you do shift space and you type VZ, and if you see all this, then everything is installed correctly. All right. So that's already installed. Let me see what else is there. When you come to the screen here, I think I have both converters. I think I have version 2 and version 3. Yeah, I do. But like I said, I'm not using it on my Mac computer. I'm using my Windows computer to generate the image. All right, so let's go back to this screen here. Let's get rid of all this crap. Let's make sure that I have a clean start. So the first thing you got to do, you got to drag some files in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this folder. I'll drag my wave in. All right. And I'll drag this image because I want to do it with this image as a background. And then you come to the effect tabs and you go to in generators. In the pay version, instead of dragging wait, before I do anything, let me close this. You need to extend this image all the way to the, to match the length of the audio. All right. So then I'm going to choose, I think, this one here. So this is basically like diffusion composition. With the free version, I saw that he had to come to effects and generators and then grab the composition and bring it in there. I don't know, man. I just don't know how the hell you would do it in the free version. So anyway, so I'm just gonna grab, I think I'm gonna grab this one. All right, and do the same thing, extend that all the way. Okay. The next step you're gonna do, you're gonna open your inspector. All right. And you could browse for the image that that you create with the converter, or since I have it already here, I'm just gonna make sure that I'm on this composition thingy, and let's drag this thing right here. And for some reason, I get this message. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I don't understand why. So I just click yes. And I don't know if this is a bug or what, but look, if I had the cursor at the beginning, you could see the graphic, but then once it starts playing, they go away. So what I found that I have to do is bring this thing back in here, but with the cursor somewhere in some of the location. Sorry about my English, but that English is not my first language, anyways. So anyway, so now I'm closing this. I'm expanding this other window here, and making sure that you can see this shit. From the get-go, you could see that the bars are really high, so you could just adjust them here. The density, the thickness, if you want them to be round on the top, or just square. If you want it to be this way or just like that, you can select the different colors here depending on your background or whatever. The other stuff I haven't really messed around with. I also noted that here on the layers, you have this other page here, but I have no idea how to use it. I'm sure that the developer will make a video explaining all of this. And then in settings, I'm just going to stay simple, right? So one of my confusion was, as you can see here on the generators, you get these 18 different files. But then when you go to, where the hell is it? Effects. Under effects, you get these other 7. I didn't know what the hell they were for, because I was clicking on my image and then going through this, and then this is what happened when you click on the image, and then you try to see what these things do, and that is not the right way to do it. What you need to be doing is you need to be on this, on the composition thing, and then you could see the different effects. You see? See, this one here is similar to this one, but I really don't know what the difference is because they both have like red tips. This one is kind of okay, but this is the normal with the glow one. So I'm just going to drop the glow one right on top of diffusion composition. Right? I'm going to make this a little bigger. I'm going to open the inspector, and that glow is kind of too much for me, so I'm going to bring it down a little. All right. And also you could, if you want to bring it back to the default, just click those little dots. Let's play it. I have this, let's put this at half speed, even though it's not lagging or anything, and I don't even care about doing this anyways, but let's see. Oh, you see how it freaking went away again? And the file is not there. All right, so back here, drag it back in there. And what's going on? Oh, I know what's going on. This happened before. This had to be in full. If you try to play this in halftime or quarter time or quarter resolution, that happens. You have to leave it at full. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, but that's what's going on. All right, so another problem that I was having, and the developer says that there's nothing wrong with the plugin, was every time I used to delete the composition, the whole audio and image would disappear. But then he said that all you have to do is just select the thing and hit the backspace, and then you could select a different preset. So let's go generators. Let's take, there's one that I really like here. This one. Okay. Gotta drag this thing in here again. Okay. So this one I really like. It's kind of cool. All right. So what else? Let's try one of the effects. Let's go down here again. And yeah, let's use this one. Okay. This one is a little weird because for some reason it sits down there, and if you start messing around with this crap here, it just disappears, and then you got to be looking for it. I have no idea where the hell it goes. So what I normally do is I uncheck it from there, and That's weird, right? All right, let's try another preset. Um, hold on, I gotta figure out a way. Okay, that probably works. Uh, let's go and grab another one. I like this one. This is kind of weird because I think I don't know which one of these buttons it makes it changes the shape. Watch. Ooh, I like that. That shit looks nice. I like that.